We all know the story of Abraham, the father of nations. We know about his wife Sarah and the miraculous birth of their son, Isaac. But there's another son, another story that often gets left in the shadows. This is the story of Ishmael, Abraham's firstborn, and what happened after he and his mother Hagar were sent into the wilderness. Imagine a young boy, barely a teenager, cast out from the only home he's ever known. The sun beats down on the vast, unforgiving desert of Beersheba. The water skin, a small comfort against the overwhelming heat, is now empty. His mother, Hagar, places him under a shrub, unable to watch him fade away. She weeps, her cries echoing in the silence. It's a moment of utter despair. But this isn't the end of their story. It's the beginning of a new one. A divine promise had been made. An angel appears to Hagar, comforting her and repeating the promise that Ishmael would become the father of a great nation. The angel reveals a well of water, saving their lives. This moment of divine intervention marks a turning point. They are not abandoned. They are being guided. From this point on, the Bible tells us that God was with the boy as he grew up. Ishmael didn't just survive in the wilderness. He thrived. He lived in the desert of Paran, a vast and rugged region stretching from the Sinai Peninsula up towards Canaan. This wasn't a gentle land. It was a place that demanded strength, resilience, and skill. And Ishmael developed all three. He became an expert archer. In that ancient world, being an archer wasn't just a hobby. It was a sign of a skilled hunter and a formidable warrior. It meant he could provide for himself and his mother and defend them against any threats. He mastered the landscape, learning its secrets, its rhythms, and how to draw life from its harshness. He was a true son of the wilderness. As Ishmael grew into a man, Hagar knew it was time for him to start his own family. She went back to her homeland, Egypt, and found a wife for him. This union was significant. It connected Ishmael's lineage back to his mother's roots, further defining his unique identity separate from his father's household. And the divine promise began to unfold. Ishmael had not one, but 12 sons. Their names are listed in the book of Genesis: Nebaioth, Kedar, Adbeel, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jeter, Naphish, and Kedema. These weren't just names. They were the future. The Bible says, "These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are the names of the 12 tribal chieftains, according to their settlements and camps." Each son became a prince, a chieftain of his own tribe. They didn't settle in one great city, but spread out, living as semi-nomadic peoples. Their territory was vast, stretching from Havilah to Shur, near the border of Egypt as you go toward Ashur. This area covers a huge part of the Arabian Peninsula. Think of modern-day Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and the surrounding regions. This was the domain of Ishmael's descendants. The Ishmaelites became a powerful force in the ancient world. They were traders, masters of the camel caravans that crossed the great deserts, connecting Mesopotamia and Egypt. You might remember the story of Joseph, Abraham's great-grandson. Who was it that bought him from his brothers and took him to Egypt? A caravan of Ishmaelites. They were the lifeblood of commerce, carrying spices, balm, and myrrh across lands that others feared to cross. Their influence grew. The tribe of Kedar, named after Ishmael's second son, became particularly prominent. The prophets Isaiah and Jeremiah mentioned the tents of Kedar, referring to a powerful and wealthy, nomadic people known for their archery and livestock. The name Kedar even became synonymous with the Arab peoples in later texts. But what about Ishmael and his father Abraham? Was the break permanent? The Bible gives us a poignant detail. When Abraham died, both of his sons Isaac and Ishmael came together to bury him in the cave of Machpelah. This simple act speaks volumes. It suggests a reconciliation, an acknowledgement of their shared heritage. The boy who was cast out returned as a man, a tribal leader in his own right, to honor his father alongside his brother. It's a powerful image of family, loss, and the complex ties that bind us. Ishmael himself lived to be 137 years old. The Bible says he breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people. He died a patriarch, the father of a great and thriving nation, just as promised. His legacy is immense. For Christians and Jews, he is a key figure in the history of the patriarchs. For Muslims, Ishmael, or Ismail, is revered as a prophet and an ancestor of Muhammad. The story of his near sacrifice, which Islamic tradition attributes to Ishmael rather than Isaac, is commemorated annually during the Eid al-Adha festival. The well that saved him and Hagar is believed to be the Zamzam well in Mecca, a sacred site visited by millions of pilgrims. So, the story of Ishmael is not one of rejection and abandonment. It's a story of survival, strength, and the fulfillment of a divine promise. He was not the forgotten son, but the father of a nation that would shape the history of the world. From a boy left to perish in the desert, he rose to become the patriarch of 12 tribes, whose influence echoes down to this very day. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the paths that seem like an end are actually the beginning of an incredible new journey. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.